Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing so well. My name is Ashley Perl. I am a somatic coach and a breathwork teacher, and tonight we are going to be experiencing a live guided breathwork practice to support you in preparing for the new year. And we're going to talk about how breathwork is not just something that can support you for the new year, but how it honestly is a tool that every single one of you have access to. And it's something that you can use anytime you want to feel more calm, more connected, less stressed, more energized, a whole bunch of other ways that you can utilize it. But today I want to invite us into this practice to support us in really connecting to ourselves before the new year, really looking inwards before the new year, really understanding what it is we want to shift or change as we head into Rosh Hashanah. So if you want a deeper dive on what breathwork is, I'll go into it just a little brief bit here tonight, but I'm not going to go into it in depth. So if you want to understand more about what breathwork is, the biology, the science, all of those things, I did do a live that you can find on the OKclarity platform that was on June 7th. So you can scroll and find it on their feed. And then I also did another class that was all about breathwork versus meditation. What's the difference? How do you know which one is right for you? And that one was on July 11th. So feel free to go there if you want to explore more. And if you can't find them, just message me and I will happily share them with you. My Instagram is @AshleyDawnPearl and I'll share it later too. So we're heading into Rosh Hashanah this Friday. And it truly is one of my favorite times of the year because we get to just take a pause and reflect. We get to reflect on the people we were this past year. We get to compare that to the people that we want to be. And then we get to really make a plan and decide how is it that we're going to shift and change and evolve so that we can show up as the people we want to be in the lives that we want to be living. And the reason why breathwork is such a beautiful way to support when we're setting these intentions and really wanting to connect inwards with ourselves is because breathwork is this self-healing and self-connecting modality. And when we breathe in this rhythmic, intentional way, we essentially turn off the part of our brains that are always looking for things to be going wrong. It's the part of our brains that are, judging and self-criticizing and just really, really anxious and stressed, to be honest. And it's amazing because when we can quiet our minds and we can quiet that part of our brains that are really focused on that, we can actually activate and connect to our subconscious, which is what drives 90% of our behaviors anyways. And when we can connect to that part of ourselves, that's the part where we feel more connected to our true selves, our authentic selves, and even feel really connected to, some say, their souls. Often when people do breath work, they feel as though they're reconnecting with their souls, and they're onto something there. Because if you look at the word breath, let's take the word breath in Hebrew, neshima, very connected to the word neshama, right? Which means soul. And more than that, the word breath is connected to the Hebrew word ruach, or, wind, energy, spirit. And quite literally, your breath is the first thing that you take when you are born. It's the last thing to, leave us when we pass on. And it is what connects us to our life force energy. So it would make sense then that if we do breath work and that if we activate more breath in our physical bodies, we can experience more of that life force energy and we can feel more of our true souls, our true selves. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that's making sense to all of you. And so it's from that place that we want to be setting intentions. It's from that place that we really want to be thinking about, how we want to show up moving forward. Not from the place of fear or judgment or self-criticism. And that is why breath work anytime, but especially before the new year, is just such a beautiful time to do it. And so I could talk on and on about it, but I'd rather just allow you to experience it. And so that's what we're going to do now. So I'll just say, please do not do this practice if you are like driving, operating a vehicle. You definitely want to be able to be seated. If you can have your eyes closed for it, beautiful, but you can also just kind of keep your eyes on like a soft gaze and just really find your calm with it, okay? And I'll share the breathing pattern that we're going to do. This one is called the tri-active. It's tri because it's a 3-part breath, okay? First, you're going to be taking 2 inhales from your nose. The first inhale, and you might want to place one hand over your belly just so you can kind of feel what I'm talking about, or even one hand over your heart. The first breath, we're going to breathe through the nose, and you're going to feel your lower belly expand outwards. So you're breathing into your belly. We're not like breathing into our shoulders like some of us do. But we're going to take that first breath from our nose and let our belly expand. And then we're going to take a second breath from our nose and let our chest expand. And then we're going to exhale through the mouth. And I'm going to type that. I'm just going to paste that right into the chat here. So in case anyone wants to read what I just said, if it's easier for you to learn that way, I just wrote it in there, okay? 2 inhales through the nose, letting the air fill your belly and then your chest, and then 1 exhale through the mouth. So it sounds something like this. Okay? Now, you can do this faster than the way I did it, more deep, or you can do it slower pace, whatever feels good in your system. And something to know about breath work, when we're breathing in this continuous way, because the intention is to really let it be rhythmic, really, connect your inhales to your exhales and to your inhales and to your exhales. We don't want to really be stopping in between. You might notice your temperature changing. Maybe you get kind of hot, maybe you get kind of cold, all normal. You might start to feel tingly, like, oh, I'm starting to feel some energy in my hands, or, some tingles in my head, or whatever it is. It's completely normal. And it's just a sign that you're moving energy in your body, which is good. That's what we want. We want that life force energy to be moving. We don't want it to be stuck or stagnant. Yeah? All right, so if you're ready to begin breathing with me, again, you could always pause and come back to this later. It'll be here for you forever if you want to do this on your own time. But if you're coming along with me for this ride right now, I invite you to just find a comfortable position. Maybe you even put your phone down so you can relax. You can take just a couple moments for yourself. And if it feels good, you can close your eyes or fall into a soft gaze, whatever feels best for you. Perhaps you desire to place your hands on your heart, or maybe on the top of your thighs, just anything that will help you feel grounded as we enter into this practice. Maybe this is the first time today that you're turning inwards. Maybe this is the first time in a while that you're turning inwards and checking in. And so I invite you to just notice, how does your body feel in this moment? What's the consistency of your breath? Does it feel like you're breathing shallow? Are you beginning to become more aware of how the breath moves in and out of your body? And just noticing this, knowing that you don't have to change it. We're not here to judge it. You're simply just here to connect more with it and observe. And now I invite you to turn your awareness inwards towards your heart space. And just notice if it feels accessible to you to just start breathing a little bit into your heart. noticing what's here. And if it's accessible to you, if this resonates, you can invite your soul to be a part of the practice. Just setting that as an intention and seeing what happens. What would it look like to have all of you here right now? Your true self, your authentic self. As you begin to explore internally, what's one intention that you have heading into this new year? And without searching for the answer, just seeing what naturally comes up. Maybe a few intentions come up. Just see if you can catch one. Beautiful. Just notice. Just notice that intention, how it feels in your body. If you were to imagine that intention already being here, already having come into fruition. And just notice what it feels like to feel as though it's already here. And I invite you to consider how you want to show up in this next year, bringing in compassion and love and curiosity. This is a really gentle and loving practice, okay? And just considering what would it look like if you brought your full, authentic self into this next year. How would you show up? How would you express yourself? How would you give back to others, to your community? How could you be more loving and patient and kind with others and with yourself? And as you begin to deepen your breath, starting to feel your belly, your chest fill up with air, as you hold that intention close, as you hold that feeling close and breathe life into everything that you just brought forth. Whenever you're ready, in your own time, you can start bringing in our tri-active pattern, breathing in twice through the nose on your inhale and exhaling through the mouth. Starting to find a flow with the breath, trusting that your intentions are still here. And now you're just breathing life into them, creating space in your body for what wants to come. We'll be breathing for just a few minutes here. Beautiful. Keeping the breath moving. 2 inhales through your nose. 1 exhale out of the mouth like this. You're doing great. Keeping the breath moving. If you're noticing any tingles, your mind racing, that's all normal. You get to continue to focus on the breath and And all of that will quiet down. Beautiful. Excuse me. Keeping that breath moving, that's it. You have just a minute and a half left. You've got this. Breathing in twice through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth, breathing out anything that is not coming with you into this new year. Breathing out perhaps self-criticism, self-doubt, and breathing in all of your intentions. Breathing in kindness, breathing in self-love, breathing in creativity, whatever it is. Envision that you're bringing it into your system. That's it. I got a tickle in my throat, excuse me. That's it. Beautiful. So glad that it's feeling awesome. Yes, you should feel yourself getting lighter. You should feel yourself feeling more free from the inside. Just another 40 seconds here. Stick with us. You've got it. I'll post the pattern one more time in case you missed it earlier. Two inhales through the nose and one exhale out of the mouth. That's it. Beautiful. All right, everybody. I invite you in the next couple of breaths here. You can just release the pattern. And if it feels good, you can join me by taking a big deep breath in, holding your breath at the top for just a couple seconds, and then exhaling out of the mouth. Bringing your hands to your heart. Just sitting here exactly as you are. Noticing how your body feels now. Noticing any energy or any feelings of connection that you cultivated from within your own body, using the power of your own breath. And know that this is something that you can do any time you're needing some reconnection. Anytime you're feeling like you want to reconnect with your true self, this exists within you. I'm just here as a guide. You can do this on your own at any time. And so whatever you set as your intention, I invite you to anchor it in yourself right now. Remember what it is that came forth when you thought about how you want to show up in this next year, how you want to show up on Rosh Hashanah. Maybe there's a shift that you get to make, a way you can be more present, a way you can give yourself more time and space for you, whatever it is you need, and feel free to share afterwards in the comments to inspire other people as well. Everything we experience in our realities, it comes from within. It comes from how you're feeling within. And so I hope that if this was supportive to you, you continue to use this breathing tool. Whether it's tonight, tomorrow, in a week from now, 2 weeks, whenever it is. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope that this was helpful. Please let me know. And if you'd like to reach out or provide any feedback or your thoughts, My Instagram will be shared when we post this, and I would love to hear how this was for you so we can continue to create experiences that are really supportive for you all. So thank you, and Shana Tova Umetuka. Bye bye.